Welcome to Spiritual Guru Knowledge.
Today, let's explore how to stop the mind chatter, not by fighting it, but by understanding it. Have you ever noticed why the mind never seems to stop chattering? Even in silence, it's busy replaying the past, worrying about the future, judging, comparing, and imagining. This endless inner noise is what we call mind chatter, and it's one of the biggest barriers to peace and clarity. The mind's job is to think. It produces thoughts the way the heart beats or the lungs breathe. You can't stop it by force. When you say, I must stop thinking, that's just another thought added to the noise. So the first step is not suppression, it's observation. Imagine your thoughts as clouds moving across the sky. You are not the clouds, you are the sky itself, vast and untouched. When you remember that, the clouds may keep moving, but they no longer block your light. When you become aware of the mind's chatter, something magical happens. You create a space between you and your thoughts. That space is consciousness, your true self. In that space, thoughts lose their power and silence begin to emerge naturally. Awareness is not effort, it's recognition. You don't have to silence the mind, just see it clearly. The moment you watch a thought without reacting, you have already stepped beyond it. When people came to Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi asking how to control the mind, he would often smile because in truth, he advised us there is no mind to control. To him, thoughts were like waves on the surface of the ocean, constantly rising and falling. Trying to stop them one by one was like trying to stop the waves with your hands. Instead, he taught a deeper path. Find the source from which the thoughts arise. Bhagavan explained that every thought begins with one root thought. The thought I. The I thought gives birth to all other thoughts. I am happy, I am old, I fear that. So instead of chasing every thought, he advised to trace this I thought back to its origin. He said the mind is nothing but a bundle of thoughts. The source of all thoughts is the I thought. Inquire from where it arises. When you search for this I, it dissolves, and with it, all other thoughts lose power. This is true control, not suppression. When a person complained that his thoughts were too many or too strong, Bhagavan advised that instead of trying to control thoughts, seek the thinker. This is the essence of his path, self-inquiry, Atma Vichara. Whenever a thought arises, you simply ask, to whom has this thought come? The answer will be to me. Then ask again, who am I? By repeatedly turning attention back toward the one who thinks, the mind begins to lose its restless energy. The thoughts may still come, but they no longer pull you into identification. Eventually, the mind becomes still on its own, like a spinning top that slows down when not pushed. Bhagavan advised that trying to control the mind by willpower or suppression leads only to frustration. When the mind is controlled by force, it will rise again, but when it is destroyed by inquiry, it will never rise. This means true control comes not from fighting the mind but from understanding its unreality. When you see that thoughts are temporary and that you are the awareness behind them, their grip naturally weakens. Let's imagine trying to silence an echo by shouting louder. It only multiplies. But if you stop speaking, the echo fades by itself. Similarly, when you stop reacting to thoughts, they lose the energy to continue. Bhagavan advised that between two thoughts there is always a tiny moment of stillness. That gap, that silence is your true nature. When you rest your awareness there, even for a second, peace shines naturally. The interval between two thoughts is the self. Hold on to it. As you become more aware of that silent space, thoughts may still come, but they no longer disturb you. The mind becomes like a mirror reflecting life without clinging to it. Ramana Maharshi taught that the goal is not to have no thoughts, but to no longer be ruled by them. Thoughts arise in the mind like ripples in water, but you are the stillness beneath. When the self shines, the mind disappears. When the mind appears, the self is hidden. They are like light and darkness. To control thoughts is to recognize that you were never the thinker. You are the silent awareness in which thoughts come and go, untouched, unchanging, infinite. The moment you turn inward to this awareness, the waves of thought fall quiet in the ocean of being. Remember, if next time your thoughts become noisy, don't fight them. Just ask, to whom do these thoughts arise? Follow that question to its source, and you will find not chaos but stillness, not confusion but the self. If Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi's wisdom inspires you, subscribe for more reflections on inner peace.